is my home. I promise to keep it healthy and beautiful. I will love the land, the air, the water, and all living creatures. I will be a defender of my planet, united with friends, I will say.
My name is Commissioner Frank Avila, and I'm the Commissioner at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. And I'm running for re-election. Please vote for me, Commissioner Frank Avila. And I'm doing these type of shows to show what senior citizens could do in writing books. And I have with me Sam DiMatteo, and he's co-author, and I have Joe Cecina, and he's a co-author of the top seller children's book in the world. It's called River Village, Polly and the Pirates. Excellent book. I will recommend anyone that has kids, or not even kids, adults. This is an excellent book. Go and buy River Village, Polly and the Pirates. Now, Joe and Sam, how did you guys meet?
Well, I met Joe at Mather Lifeways on Higgins.
That's a senior group.
It's a senior group, and we hit it off immediately. Our grandparents came from the same, from around Palermo.
Yeah.
And Joe went to Wells High School 10 years before I did. So we had a lot of things in common. We just clicked.
And then you're both writers at that time, or?
Well, we discussed writing between us, and Joe and I started a creative writing class at Mather.
Oh. And then Joe, have you been writing all your life?
More or less, yes.
Ah.
I used to have some spare time in between jobs,
Yes.
and I got tired of reading the paper, National Geographic,
Yeah.
and I started writing.
Oh,
I had a little tape recorder,
yeah.
and I would tape what I was thinking, and later on transpose it on paper.
Oh. Now you wrote this book, River Village, Polly and the Pirates. How did both of you write this story? Excellent story. Excellent.
Well, what happened is that when I was displaying my artwork, Joe came up to me and he complimented me on my
Yeah.
artwork, and he had a little book that he had written poems and stories to his wife while they were married.
Yeah.
I was so touched by it that we decided to start a writing, creative writing at Mather, and then I had he helped me with my first book a little bit, and in the second book I said, "Hey, let's write it together," and
Yeah.
we did that, and we just have a thing about us that we're close. Joe?
Excellent. How about Joe now? How did you write this book, and explain what the book is all about?
Well, we wrote the book. Actually, it's based on some pictures that Jim Borgette had drawn for us for the first book.
Yes.
And so the pictures were too good just to be left laying around. So we decided to write a story about the pictures. And we took some of the characters from the first book, like Polly, for instance, and just wrote the story based on the pictures.
And this fellow James was your illustrator.
He was an illustrator.
Illustrator.
James, at that time, was 91 years old when
91 years old?
when he drew those pictures.
And I saw that. Excellent.
Yes.
He's an excellent illustrator. Excellent.
91 years
the
old.
top. Yeah.
Yes.
And so what is the book all about?
It's Polly's adventures with the pirates. She
Oh,
was
the
captured by a pirate, and he wanted to eat her for his Christmas goose.
Oh, so Polly is a goose.
Yes, she
Okay.
is.
Ah.
And well, the captain had a parrot that he used to keep on his shoulder, and his first mate, they told the captain, why eat her? She might be some good to us. So the captain says, I make it so. So they went and talked to Polly, and they told her that she was going to be captured. Now, Polly, the book is about geese and pirates.
Yeah,
But the theme of the book is planning.
planning.
Joe, you want to tell them something about planning?
She was an entertainer.
Oh,
She danced and sang, and she won the hearts of the sailors. And they wouldn't let the captain
eater.
eat her. And of course, as time went on, she became more and more endeared to the sailors. She taught them how to make life better for them by planning and looking ahead. And she made them take up new skills, and each one had jobs that were overlapping because she taught them that.
Oh,
And she became useful to the captain, of course, and so goes the story. And it tells her adventures, and they have sea battles and everything else.
was she ever captured, or was she involved in the sea battles?
Indirectly. She was
Indirectly,
captured by a group, and they had her tied up, and the captain and the first mate, whose name was Patch,
Yeah.
came to save her. And
Oh.
they did. And later on, the two boats, they had a war.
Yeah.
And Polly got on shore, and she met two singers. One was called, he was a penguin, and they call him Penguin. And the other one was a Hawaiian goose. His name was Annie Annie. Somebody says, how did you get that name? I said, name him anything, anything. So Annie Annie was his name. Now, when we wrote for children. So here's a song
Yeah.
that Penguin sang. My name is Penguin. I'm a hip-hop, flip-flop, bebop rapper. A real knee slapper. Don't I look dapper? Annie Annie sings, I know a goose in Alabama. She's got a pair of polka dot pajamas. When she whirls and twirls around, she looks just like a fireworks display. Polly always sings, Sammy, you give me goosebumps, goosebumps when you hold me, goosebumps when you kiss me, goosebumps all through the night. Sammy, when you gonna make me your wife? Sammy is her boyfriend, and she misses him.
Now, who wrote that song?
Well, we
We
collaborate.
jointly.
Oh.
Yes, there are several songs that we
In the book? Yeah.
in the book that we wrote
So when the
jointly.
kids are reading it, they could sing the song?
Yeah, we think that the children like to sing, and they like to play on words. They like funny words,
Yes.
and some of those are in the book too. In the meantime, the story weaves in and out, and the songs come out to stress certain actions in the book.
Now, how many of James' pictures do you have here then?
Well, there's 36 total there.
36. Oh, excellent.
With the front cover and the back cover.
Yeah,
included.
I love the pictures.
beautiful.
I mean, he was an artist, and he passed away at 93 years old
Yes, that's
Yes.
true. In June.
in June, and yet he was doing this type of work till he passed away.
Right.
That's excellent.
And some people say that they believe that these pictures that he was drawing extended his life.
I believe that too, because as I mentioned, I'm running for re-election, and I chair health and wellness throughout all of Cook County. And I just did a show with a group that does yoga laughter. And Sam is a certified yoga laughter leader.
Yes, he is.
And
Frank, you did a fine. They did a fine job.
And I've been trying to figure a way of people to stay healthy and well because of the stress in our lives every day. And that family does laughing. You and James, you write books.
Right.
and James is the illustrator. And you're right. I think by him drawing extended his life a couple more years because he loved what he was doing. And look at Joe. I think it extended Joe's life, what, 20 years, Joe? Huh? Now, how old are you, Joe?
Probably.
You're how old are you, about 30 years old?
No, 88.
88 years old.
88.
And he's still writing. He's still, you know what? I believe that you and Sam will not become an Alzheimer person because
That's-
your
right.
mind is working.
That's right. No,
Yeah.
no. Here's the whole coup de grace of the songs in our thing.
Yeah.
It's called Planning Now.
Planning now, okay?
Yes, and Polly sings it to Patch, her friend.
Yes.
And she sings a song her mother taught her called Planning Now.
Yes.
And it goes like this: planning to and fro, in a way that makes it fun. Over the plans we go,
thinking all the ways,
plans on short tail swings, making decisions right.
Oh, what fun it is to sing the planning song tonight.
Planning now, planning now, planning on the way. Make yourself a daily plan and have a happy day.
That's good. That's good. And you know, this gives the kids an enjoyable reading the book, and also it educates them on their lives. You know, excellent, excellent. Now, where did the story start at?
Well,
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah. Where do you start this story?
well, we picked it up. Polly was,
in my first book.
she was in the first book, and she was looking for Sammy in the
Yeah.
first book. And here she was in the second book, looking for Sammy, and she was injured severely,
Okay.
knocked her out, and she floated out into the ocean. And the pirates picked her up, and that's how the book started. And we carried it on from there, of her adventures with the pirates. Like I say, she taught the sailors new skills. She taught them how to get their ship shape, if you want to use that term.
Yeah.
And she coerced and forced the captain to be a little more dignified and to clean himself up.
Yes.
He was an alcoholic, but she straightened him out.
She straightened him out.
She straightened him
You
out.
like that rum, huh?
She did. Yeah. And it was all leading toward not only adventure, but teaching, learning. all
Teaching,
the
learning,
time. And she, by her singing and dancing, she became very popular with the crew, and she was also a big help to the captain too, by being able to fly out and look around and see what's ahead, and, weather-wise, and so on.
And now when she was, I remember I was reading when she was captured, they gave her to a big pirate,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
A big. What happened there?
Well, he was Big Peg-Leg Pete, and he was mean as he could be. And he put his hand on Polly's wing, and he squeezed it. This was not part of Polly's plan, so she went to her emergency plan. She bit the heck out of him, and he ran out of the room.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to mention is
Yeah.
about Joe and I.
Yeah.
Tell him where we worked, Joe, in the hospital.
Every day, as you probably know, I was incapacitated, you might say,
Okay. Yeah.
for 3 months
Oh.
in rehab.
3 months.
3 months. And Sam came just about every day. I think he missed about 3 days out
Yeah.
of the whole 3 months. And we worked on the book.
Oh,
They had a computer there, which we used, of course. And I don't know how many times we wrote something and rewrote it and changed it.
yeah.
And till some of the critics gave us good advice. And so we took that and sort of speak, ran with it.
Yeah.
But that's how the book came about. It took us about a year, I think, at least, to firm it up.
Oh, you're that.
Yeah.
And so that probably extended your life, Joe.
Well,
you extended because you were determined to get up in the morning
That's right.
and say, when is Sam going to come?
It gave me a reason to do things.
Yes, a reason. Yes.
And I think that the writing, of course, gives you more interest because of the more you write, the more you want to write, and the more you look around and find things that you want to write about. And you also learn things too, because you have to do some research on some of the writings.
Yes.
So people say, well, what do you write about? First, you write about what you know.
Huh?
And then you expand it. You write as much as you know, and then you add to it by doing research on whatever subject you want. You can pick any word and write about it if you want to.
So doing your research on your book, River Village,
Yes.
Polly and the Pirates, Sam. What type of research did you do, Sam?
Well, in my first book, there was a snow goose. I had
A snow goose?
yes, Frida.
Frida?
I wrote a love poem
Oh.
to Frida.
Oh.
Frida, I look into your eyes, down to the essence of your very soul, and I see love. And it went on.
Yeah.
And well, snow gooses and Canadian gooses do not mix.
Yeah.
So I decided that I would write a story about Polly, and in this story, there's a poem that I'd like Joe to. Do you remember that poem about
Which one?
tears in your eyes?
Um,
Yeah, give him a rough.
I really can't think of how it starts now. there were tears
when-
in my eyes.
When I go to sleep,
That's the
I
end
never
of it.
count sheep.
That's the end of it.
well, it's
It's.
a love poem to Sammy.
I
which
think
he
it's
dearly
Sammy, I
loves.
miss you so. That's no surprise.
Sammy, I miss you so.
There
There's
are
no
so
surprise.
Yeah, that's no surprise. There are tears in my eyes, and it goes on from there. And
And so that's how you did your research.
Oh
Yeah.
well, you have to know a lot about pirates.
But yes,
You
a
know
little
what
bit.
kind of ships they're
Yes.
driving in, and
Yeah.
you have to learn some of their lingo. You know,
yeah. Now, are the pirates in Lake Michigan or on? You have a river Village. Where is River Village at?
well, the name Polly and the Pirates has been taken. So I live in River Grove, so I decided to call it River Village Polly, so I didn't get sued or something.
Yeah.
you know?
So River Village, Polly and the Pirates.
Right.
it's on a mythical sea, mythical ocean.
You know, we didn't name the ocean. We just said that she floated out into the ocean.
And now turning when that big mean pirate ran away, then she had to fight the other pirates, right?
No.
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 Huh?
What she did though, when she went to sleep, she dreamt of her love, Sammy.
Oh, Sammy?
Who's a golfer, and he was beating the heck out of the pirates with his
So a golfer is
golf
a fighter.
club.
with his
Golf
golf
club.
club. Yeah,
Yeah.
She had to have some good
Yeah,
dreams.
yeah, that's good. So after her dream, when she got up, what happened?
Well, let's see. She went to sleep. She woke up, and she was on patrol,
Yeah.
and she got somebody had captured Beanie, the parrot,
Yeah.
and they wanted ransom.
Oh,
And Polly acted as an intermediary, and she gave the pirates the gold that the captain had hidden.
Oh,
Oh yes,
oh
but
my
she,
God.
when she gave him the gold first, she found out that Beanie was freed.
Yeah.
And what happens is that she went and flew up a tree and watched where they buried the gold,
Oh,
so she could. The parrot told Polly, "Now look, have the captain split the gold between the crew."
now whose gold was it?
Well, we don't
Well,
know.
it
if
was
the
the gold that
captain-
they had captured from other ships when they were pirating.
Oh, no, you gotta have gold. You gotta capture ships and get gold, right? The pirates.
yeah.
Yeah,
They-
but Polly, she has no need for
No.
gold. Treasure didn't bother her. She wanted, her freedom, and that's what she, gave the. She wanted to make friends with the crew, so she offered them, gave them the gold.
Oh, good. And then so did they find the gold? Did they come back? Did the pirates, her pirates, right?
Yes.
No.
They found the gold.
Well, they were informed where it was.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, after that, they went. The ships were at war.
Okay.
And they were in dry dock, and that's when Polly was on this mystic island, and she was so happy. She's doing the hula
Yeah.
in her hula
Yeah.
dress, and there's a lot of things that happened there. She met Dog Face and
Yeah.
Cat Face, and they were playing and having a good time.
Dog face and cat. Who thought of those names?
Well, whatever. They
Yeah.
they look like a dog or a cat. Just gave them names.
Yeah.
The pictures
Yeah, the
look-
picture. Yeah,
looked like-
excellent pictures.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
mean, this does look like a dog face. And
Yeah, well, pig face, just
Yeah.
call them whatever. See, that's where, in what you're looking at is when they came to the island,
Yeah.
they found out that Polly was captured.
yes.
And the first mate and the captain came and saved Polly. And then they showed him, they bring Polly to where the crew from the other pirate ship was warring with
Yeah.
the crew from the Crossbones, which
Yes.
was their thing. And they went to the ships went to dry dock after that, and Polly was on the island, and she was doing a lot of things.
Yes. Now, it's amazing how James, your illustrator, did the pictures ahead of time and how you came and wrote a story. It looks like all three of you were working as a team,
right.
and not knowing that this is how it was going to happen.
Yeah, Frank, we call ourselves the three bloomers,
Three bloomers?
relate bloomers.
Yeah.
And we feel that if we could do this, that there's many other
Sure.
seniors that could do.
Yeah,
Things like
Now,
this.
James he passed away at 93, right?
Yeah.
How old are you, Joe?
88.
88, you, Sam?
79.
79. And then so there here you two are extending your life by doing something that you love
That is correct.
in writing, and you're helping society by writing a nice children's book, and the kids could read this and understand how to plan their life also.
I hope
Right.
so.
Yes,
hope so.
yeah. And also you include golf in there.
Yes, yes.
And-
That was my first book.
Your first book? Oh, yeah, you're right. Your first book was golf.
Yes,
Ah.
the hook was golf. The book was about values.
Value, yeah. Because I remember you mentioned that you heard on the radio
Yes.
that this duck or what was it?
I was watching TV,
Yeah.
and the announcer said there was a goose seen collecting golf balls on the golf course. I scratched my head and said, "Was she crazy?"
Yeah.
And then I says, "What does the flock think of her behavior?" And I said, "The flock." I wrote down, "The flock giggled, gaggled, wiggled, waggled, and laughed." you
Yeah.
know. And I says, "What if one of these golf balls hatched?"
Yeah.
So now my interest was piqued, and I wrote
yeah.
a story.
And your story. Now, did Joe help you in that first book?
A little bit. I mean, Joe is very good at grammar and
Yes.
spelling.
And he wrote all those love stories
Oh, yeah.
about his wife, right? Huh?
Well, yes, much more than that. There's a lot of stories I've
Yeah, a
written.
lot of stories there. I mean,
Yeah.
from early while working, you were always writing,
Right.
and I think that's the trick. I wish I would have wrote throughout my life little things that I did,
It's,
because we all go through life doing a lot of different things.
it's not too late.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not too late to write
too late.
things down. And these are storytellers that your family could use or other people could use and see how you lived your life.
Well, your children and grandchildren sometimes want to know what you did,
Yes.
you know, because they weren't there when you did it. They weren't even around.
Yes. Now you have a writing class. You said at Master More Than the Cafe.
We have a writing group. Yes,
writing group?
we don't teach, but we do make suggestions
Yes.
and so on. Some come in and they say, "Well, I don't know how to write," but yes, you do. You tell me a story about something,
Yeah.
and they say something about their life, maybe an experience they had on vacation. Said, okay, there you go. There's your story. Write it down. And so we have a couple like that. And as they write, the writing gets better.
Yes.
Their vocabulary increases, and their expression of thought increases. And you could almost close your eyes when they're talking, they're reading what they wrote, and see pictures of what they wrote, and that's what it's about.
And then Sam, I'm reading the back of the book, your book. Sam DiMatteo, author of the High-Tech Gooseneck Putter, recipient of a National Creative Award from Leading Edge in October 2011, facilitator of Creative Writers Group, and Laughter Yoga leader. This award you got is excellent.
Thank you. I was nominated by Betsy, a vice president at Mather,
Yeah.
and there was 400 entries, and Leading Age had, it was their 50th anniversary, and they had the 50 top
Yeah.
seniors, creative seniors, and I was nominated and received the award, and there was over 400 entries, so
Oh.
I feel very proud of that. And when I wrote, you have to have a purpose, and my first purpose is I was an abused child, and I wanted to make children laugh.
Yeah.
That's my main thing. One smile from a child is worth
Oh,
millions
yes.
of dollars.
And so this book, and I will recommend everyone because Joe and Sam has the bestseller here, and it's called River Village, Polly and the Pirates. And I recommend that you have kids go out and buy them for your kids, or if you're in a school or a library, if you have storyteller, this is an excellent book.
Thank you.
Yes, the top seller, and go out and buy this book, River Village, Polly and the Pirates. And that's why, as I'm running for re-election, that I like to bring on people like Joe and Sam to demonstrate to Cook County what people could do to help society.